Howdy folks, welcome back to Space Engineers. It is a bright, beautiful morning. The weather's clear. We're going to do a little work around base. As you can see, I've got one of the tiny miners getting some cobalt, tiny miner 2. And we've got about 24,000 ore. So we've got plenty of cobalt for the foreseeable future. Plenty of cobalt coming in. Still got the 3,000 grain. Let's hop out here and I'll show you what I got going on. So I've been moving some of these wind towers around. I really like the elegance of having these to connect them together rather than the big blocks. I've seen people like Engineer Coffee and Split C doing more elegant stuff than me just laying out armor blocks, so I decided to switch it. And then I realized I needed to move this back about 3 blocks. So we're going to move this battery. I could just grind it down and rebuild it, but yeah, what's the fun in that? I want to actually lift this up and... Oh, shoot. I ground off one too many, didn't I? I've been doing that. Been doing that this time around, so let's put one there. And we're going to need a couple merge blocks. So we're going to lift the battery up and weld pad it on there. I've got the welding pad mod, which is super handy. Alright, let's get these guys merged together. Need steel plate. I don't have any steel plate. Steal some. That's what got me in this predicament in the first place. That's okay. We'll merge it back together. Then I'm going to use my little original flyer that we flew over here from the starter base. I think that'll lift the battery. So we use that to lift it up and move it over. Just as soon as I fix this. There we go. Should be good now. Should be all one big happy grid. Put a couple blocks down just in case I mess that up again. Let's do that as well. Cool, so I wanted this on kind of an island, and then I just ground away too much, so let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to want my welding pad handy. Let's get that on there, and what does that take to, make? Welding pad is computer steel. Okay, we should have plenty of that on us. No problem. Let's see, is there anything else I did? Oh, I did put a searchlight over here just as a movable camera, basically. Got my static camera and my movable camera so I can keep an eye on the tiny miners when they're out and about. So let's grab the flyer. See if we can't go move this battery. Whee! Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the auto lock. This thing is responsive. Okay, am I anywhere close? Oh yeah, we're actually pretty close. So we'll just come down and we're going to lock onto that. I'm going to hop out and then I should be able to detach this. Like that. And can I not lift it? Does it still think it's connected to the grid? Let's go down here. Think it's connected to that diagonally? I didn't think they would connect that way. Let's test that theory. Does it think it's parked? Is it just being space engineers? Interesting. Okay, so my switch lock is 5. Yeah, that's oh, is it still considered a station? Is that why? Ah. There we go. Forgot about that little wiggle. That little niggle. There we go. Okay, that's what I was wanting to do. Then I want to stick a welding pad on the bottom of this. Sneak under here. I'm able to place weld pad. It says because it's not high enough? Perhaps. Alright, we'll go up even higher. How about now? There we go. Then I should just have to bring that over. I've already got a weld pad there. Just drop that on and we can build a tower around it. That is the theory anyway. Nice theory. There we go. Done and done. Work this guy here just in case we need to do something else. Beauty. Good job, little flyer. Alright, so now we can build our the rest of our stuff. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I don't have interior plate to build those, so let's go get our parts sorted out. Do I need to do this? No. Not really. It's just something fun. I'll grab some of those, some of those, and some of those. And then the rest I want to be lots of these. There we go. Get this connected up. So I was doing one up and then the big angle, it looks like. So we'll go one up and actually grab the color from that. Don't have to repaint it. I was doing the large one like that. Need to rotate like that. As they say, Bob's your uncle. Whatever that means. Alright, let's clear that out, and then we'll grab that stuff. There's a lot of running back to get parts and whatnot. That's alright. That welded up. That welded. Beautiful. Now we can get rid of this temporary mess. And we're all one big happy grid. And then I'm going to build like that, and I'm going to put a shell around it. But so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of those. Then we go square. All right. That is on number 8. I'm going to go ahead and grab that color. And then I need a bunch of interior plate to put these down. So we'll just grab a full one of those. And then one of those, then we come out to each direction. I moved this because the wind turbines were like touching tips. I thought that was a little much. So in theory, that will be all set. I don't think I have wind turbines on here, so row those down there. We're going to want the twin blade. So they're cool. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better spacing. They're so big, yeah, but got to be kind of off to the side. Place them even. Hey, man. There you go. Beauty. I didn't copy the right texture. So I'll have to retexture these guys. Alright, we need you, 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 and you. I've been texturing the columns so they're kind of like concrete. Hey, we can fix that. Let's go grab our handy little paint gun. Actually, those are wrong too. But I did I guess I did it right on these. So grab that. Be consistent in our pillarage. So I started down this journey because I was trying to charge up all the batteries on my ships and stuff, and it just was taking too long. So I'm like, I need more power. Then I decided to rebuild these, but I don't really need to. Alright, build planner is empty. We need 5 of those, which is going to be a lot of parts. And how are we doing on hydrogen? We were about half on the hydrogen. So we're going to have to go get a refill here eventually. One thing that helps is to just perch up here. It'd be quick on the old jetpack button if you step off. Then we'll have to grab a bunch of steel plate, get these welded up. All the blocks here. If you're fast, you can go in between the legs. Oops, we need to go all cargo. Steel plat. Let's go grab all of you. That's a 30%. How are we doing on food? Not quite ready for that. We should hop over here. I've got a refill station. Just top off the old hydrogen pack. My oxygen and just energy, is that one of the buffs? The speed is. Which I guess means you'd probably use less power. There we go. Should be all refilled. Things are... The sound's not synchronized with the blades, but that's okay. They're kind of noisy when they're moving. And then for some decoration, I was putting an unwelded triangle in here. Also helps if you're trying to walk around here. You don't fall through quite as much. And Space Engineers crash. It's been doing that a lot. I'll be right back. It's like deja vu all over again. Thanks, autosave. You're the real MVP. So like I was saying, I put an unwelded block in here. I don't know if it's the new update or what, but I have had quite a few crashes lately. So I don't know, might go less mods next time. We'll see. G welded up. All right, there we are. New tower. And I do need a bunch more steel plate. I'm going to do the bases of these towers, so I'm just going to fill up on steel. And let's see, I think I was doing solid. in the old design. Then we can't really blend it into the column. So I probably should have done a square on top of there, but that's okay. We'll use some of the other shaped blocks. Like this guy. Kind of fill in, just protect the battery a bit. I haven't had a wolf out here in a while. I usually notice when they start biting my ankles. Yeah, we'll do something like that. That'll work. Then I'm eventually, if I keep playing the save much, I'll build another tower out there. Not sure. I think I kind of want to move on to some other games. And then eventually do something different in Space Engineers. If you enjoyed this series, there is a list in the description of all my previous series with playlists. Feel free to check those out. Pretty much every series I do is in a playlist. I make heavy use of the playlists. I like playlists when I'm watching YouTube, so I do playlists as well. So the idea is to change that, but I think I'm going to grind down my hab and everything. Because I've kind of moved into the farm over there. I don't really necessarily need this anymore. And it kind of interferes a little bit with the landing pad, so I think I will leave that. Should I leave that there as like the old style? I do like having the gun there, so that's why I've got it kind of suspended in midair. I don't have a grinding ship. If I was going to continue this series, I would probably build a grinding ship. I'm just kind of tweaking. I do need to get some grain up to space before we can call this a close. But yeah, let's get rid of this guy. Here to you. Inventory full. It's the anthem of my Space Engineer's journey. Inventory full. Come on. There you go. I do kind of miss the challenge of not having a jetpack. I think I will resume that mod next time I play. Then probably add some of the scaffolding mods that are so handy. Alright, I want you... Wolf just got murderated. I don't have any steel plate. Now I do. There, we're going to basically have this thing floating in the air. Let's go see where that wolf was, though. Sounded kind of close. Oh, thought I saw one there. Let's see, you're pointing off over that way. Might have been an old kill. Not likely looking to be you. You're pointing right down here. I don't think it was you. Whee! Ah, it was this guy. So that's how I've been finding the wolves. Just go look where the guns are pointed. That works pretty well. Alright, let's continue the grind fest here.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Really excited for Space Engineers 2 to get some survival planets and stuff going. Want to give that a whirl. Okay, so we want all these interior blocks going.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I know. Inventory full. The downside of dumping stuff in like that is it can end up in like your seed collectors and stuff.
Inventory full.
I eventually set up some conveyor sorters so that wouldn't happen because I kept getting a bunch of parts in my seeder connectors, and then it wouldn't plant because it was full and couldn't put a seed in there. So I nipped that one in the bud. All right, this gun is slightly off from that, isn't it? That's unfortunate. That's okay. Tell you what, let's go to this guy. Like that. And then I'm just going to go with the armor block. Need steel plate. Indeed you do. I have also heard those rumors. Like that. Cool. So there is that. Also, I haven't checked the guns in a while to see if they still have ammo. That would be a good thing to do. So I guess the question is, can we put like a T-junction here? Ah, yeah, there is a T-junction. Okay, so we need to do that, but also need to not break everything. So I want a T-junction there. So if I do this right, let's do that for extra safety. And pull that out. We can stick a T-junction up here. No, we need the... Oh, is there not a truss offset T? Ow. There's not an offset T. Well, shoot. That's unfortunate. Yeah, because I was using the offset. That's my bad. Okay. Well, I will figure out something else. Go over there and power that. I could just do like some half blocks so they're kind of hidden in the grass. What would that look like? Then somehow connect that up to the overhead here, maybe. And then I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'll cross that bridge at some point. I think now I can unlock all this and we'll be good. If not, I'll have to do a merge block. Yeah, so that should come out here and keep that all connected. Oops, I just unhooked that. Well, I think I'm going to undo this anyway. Does this even have a battery in it? Yep, there is a battery in there. All right, if I forget to edit out the phone call, that was wife, so I'd put a little cut in there. All right, let's go to this guy. Then we need you back on there. So he has a battery. I'll get him merge block back in if I continue doing anything here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this base turned out. We just need to get some grain up to space. So I think we'll have a finale episode. I've got an idea about getting grain to space. Might have to do a little testing. Worst case scenario, I put it in this ship and we fly it up there. But I have other ideas. We'll see how that goes. Let's go get recharged, rejuvenated. Get some food in our belly. I think I had a 30% meal on me. This will be just about right now that we're down to 66%. Yeah, there's a 30%. Good. Throw the wolf meat in there. That should get picked up by the food processor. Got a little bit of grain to pull through into our grain container. 3,159. Nice. I'll sign off over here. I assume we're good on ice. Because Tiny Miner 3 is just sitting there. Looking all happy. Yep, 100% ice, 100% pressurized. Cool. Looks like it just did a harvest. It is regrowing. And yeah, this has, like I said, has just been working like a champ. I will see you next episode for the grand finale. We'll get some grain up into space. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Thanks for watching.